Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the world of British numismatics, as we unveil the captivating story of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from 2005. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary piece of copper-plated steel tucked away in pockets and drawers across the United Kingdom. But as we unfold its story, you will discover why this particular coin has become a prized gem in the eyes of collectors, a symbol of heritage, and in some rare cases, an object of almost unimaginable value. Let us begin by picturing the year 2005 in the United Kingdom. The nation was steeped in rich traditions yet embracing modernity at an accelerating pace. Queen Elizabeth II had reigned for more than 5 decades, becoming not only the longest-serving monarch of her time but also a figure whose image was deeply ingrained in the everyday life of her people. Coins bearing her portrait circulated in millions of hands, representing stability and continuity through changing times. Among these, the humble 2-pence coin carried not just monetary value but also the weight of a design that connected the modern British nation to its centuries-old heraldic traditions. The 2005 2-pence coin retained the classic reverse design that had been a hallmark of British coinage since the decimalisation of 1971. The design, crafted by Christopher Ironside, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This emblem is steeped in centuries of royal history, tracing back to the medieval Prince Edward, known as the Black Prince, whose legacy has been preserved through heraldry. The decision to feature this badge on the 2-pence coin was not random. It reflected the royal heritage and the enduring ties between the monarchy and the British people. On the obverse, the coin proudly displays the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. By 2005, the image in use was the 4th definitive portrait of the Queen, designed by the talented sculptor Ian Rank-Broadley and introduced in 1998. Rank-Broadley's design is particularly notable for its realism. Unlike earlier portraits that tended to idealize the Queen's appearance, this one showed her with more natural features, reflecting her true likeness in her 70s. This portrait marked a new era in British coinage, emphasizing authenticity and respect for the monarch's age and wisdom. Collectors often appreciate the Rank-Broadley portrait for its honesty and craftsmanship, making coins from this period, including the 2005 2-pence, especially significant. The physical specifications of the 2005 2-pence coin add further layers to its story. Composed of copper-plated steel, the coin weighs 7.12 grams and measures 25.9 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth edge that is characteristic of lower-denomination coins. While these details might seem mundane, they tell us about the broader economic and metallurgical changes that shaped British coinage at the time. Prior to 1992, 2-pence coins were struck from bronze, but the rising cost of copper led to a transition to copper-plated steel to keep production economical. By 2005, this shift had become standard practice, symbolizing the adaptability of the Royal Mint to modern challenges while maintaining the coin's familiar appearance. The Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, Wales, is one of the oldest and most prestigious mints in the world, with a history dating back over 1,100 years. Every coin produced there carries a legacy of precision and tradition. In 2005, millions of 2-pence coins were struck for general circulation, yet not all coins are created equal. Variations in striking quality, planchet composition, or even rare minting errors can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Such anomalies can include off-center strikes, double-die obverse or reverse errors, or misaligned lettering on the edge, all of which increase a coin's desirability and market value dramatically. The significance of the 2005 2-pence coin is further enriched by its historical context. This was a time when Britain was celebrating its cultural diversity, witnessing advances in technology, and preparing for events that would shape the next decade. Coins minted during this period have become tangible snapshots of that era. For many collectors, Owning a 2005 2-pence coin means holding a small piece of British history that connects the reign of Elizabeth II to a dynamic time in the country's social and political life. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is driven by more than just the pursuit of profit. It is a passion that intertwines art, history, culture, and even science. Collectors of British coinage often seek pieces like the 2005 2-pence because they appreciate the detailed craftsmanship of the heraldic design, the artistic merit of the Queen's portrait, and the historical narrative encapsulated within a tiny metallic disc. The hobby attracts everyone from casual admirers to serious investors who understand that certain coins can appreciate significantly over time, especially when rarity or unique features come into play. What elevates the 2005 2-pence coin to legendary status in numismatic circles is the existence of a few ultra-rare specimens that possess exceptional qualities. While most 2005 2-pence coins are worth only their face value, a handful of coins struck with unusual minting errors or in near-perfect proof-like condition have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. These rare pieces are sometimes found in unopened royal mint bags, in proof sets, or occasionally in pocket change, sparking excitement and treasure-hunting fervor among enthusiasts. Consider, for example, the influence of condition on value. Coins are graded on scales such as fine, very fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated, with proof and mint state examples commanding the highest premiums. A standard circulated 2005 2-pence might sell for a modest price, but a flawless uncirculated or proof strike specimen with full luster and no signs of wear can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now imagine an error coin, say, one with a misaligned die or a unique double-struck image, surfacing in pristine condition. Such a discovery would ignite competitive bidding among collectors eager to own a one-of-a-kind artifact of minting history. Beyond its physical appeal, the 2005 2-pence coin resonates with collectors as a symbol of continuity during Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. Her portrait on the coin serves as a reminder of her steadfast leadership and the traditions that underpinned British society for decades. Each time the coin changed hands, it passed along a piece of that legacy, weaving itself into the personal histories of those who used it for daily transactions. This connection to the monarchy adds intangible value to the coin, making it more than just metal and design. The global fascination with British coins also fuels demand. British coinage, particularly pieces featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is sought after far beyond the United Kingdom. Collectors from the United States, Canada, Australia, and across Europe and Asia often covet British coins for their artistry and historical significance. The international market creates opportunities for extraordinary valuations when rare coins are presented at auction, where passionate bidders drive up prices in pursuit of owning a fragment of royal heritage. The tale of the 2005 2-pence coin would be incomplete without acknowledging the role of storytelling itself. Every coin carries a narrative that spans from the artist's sketchpad to the minting press and into the hands of ordinary people. For the 2005 2-pence, that story intertwines the personal journeys of designers like Ironside and Rank Broadley, the enduring heraldry of the Prince of Wales, and the collective memory of a nation under the reign of a beloved monarch. Telling this story transforms the coin from a mundane object into a cherished artifact with emotional resonance. Today, as we look back on the 2005 2-pence, we see more than a coin. We see a bridge across generations, connecting the medieval badge of the Black Prince to the modern portrait of a queen in her 70s. We see the technological evolution of minting processes and the economic adjustments reflected in its composition. We see the artistry and tradition preserved in its design and the passion of collectors who recognize its worth. For viewers and collectors who may be wondering about the coin's financial value today, it is important to remember that most 2005 2-pence coins in circulation remain common and hold only their face value. However, the story takes a breathtaking turn when we consider those exceptional specimens that have become legendary in the numismatic world. There are reports of rare, proof-grade or error 2005 2-pence coins that have fetched extraordinary sums at auctions and in private sales. These particular coins, prized for their flawless condition or unique anomalies, have drawn the attention of high-end collectors willing to pay staggering amounts to secure them. Top 2. Today, prepare yourself for an incredible journey as we travel back to the year 2002 in the United Kingdom to explore a small copper-plated steel disc that holds a tale far larger than its size, the Elizabeth II 2-pence coin. This humble piece of metal, often overlooked in pockets and purses, hides a fascinating history of British tradition, design mastery, minting precision, and unexpected rarity that has propelled its worth far beyond what anyone could imagine. To truly appreciate the 2002 Elizabeth II 2-pence, we need to understand where it came from. The story of the 2-pence coin stretches back to the United Kingdom's decision in 1971 to adopt decimal currency. Before this change, Britain had used the old pounds, shillings, and pence system for centuries, a complex structure that confused even locals. Decimalisation was a revolution, simplifying the currency system to 100 pence in a pound. The introduction of new decimal coins was an event that reshaped British coinage forever. Among them was the 2-pence coin, introduced in 1971 as part of the first decimal coin set. The 2-pence coin's original design was elegant yet steeped in heritage. The reverse side featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This emblem dates back centuries, symbolizing loyalty, service, and the Welsh connection to the crown. When decimal coins debuted, the 2-pence was warmly welcomed for its distinctive coppery shine and the rich tradition the design carried. Over the years, the coin underwent subtle changes, but its central emblem remained one of the most recognizable features in British coinage. Now fast forward 3 decades to 2002. By then, the 2-pence had become a familiar part of daily life in the United Kingdom, often jingling in pockets, tossed into charity boxes, or collected by children learning to save. But 2002 was not just any year in Britain, it marked the 50th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II's accession to the throne. The nation was abuzz with celebrations for the Golden Jubilee, a landmark event that sparked special commemorations across the country. While most people focused on parades, concerts, and royal festivities, something subtle yet significant happened within the walls of the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales. The 2002 2-pence coins were struck during this historic year under the watchful gaze of the Royal Mint's meticulous engravers and machines. The obverse side, featuring the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, was created by the talented sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. His portrait, introduced in 1998, portrayed the Queen with a mature, dignified profile, wearing the tiara that symbolized her status as Britain's longest-serving monarch at the time. This was the face that appeared on millions of coins, but for collectors, the 2002 dated pieces carried an extra layer of charm because they represented the Golden Jubilee year, something that would later draw numismatic enthusiasts to them. Most 2002 2-pence coins were minted for regular circulation, using copper-plated steel rather than the earlier bronze alloy. This change to steel had been introduced in 1992 to reduce production costs as copper prices rose, yet the coins maintained the same familiar reddish tone. To the untrained eye, a 2002 2-pence might look like any ordinary coin. But numismatics, the science and art of studying coins, teaches us that rarity is often hidden in plain sight. What makes the 2002 Elizabeth II 2-pence particularly special lies in a combination of factors. First, it was minted in a year of royal significance, a fact that always excites collectors. Second, a limited number of these coins were produced in brilliant uncirculated or proof sets, especially for collectors marking the Golden Jubilee. These sets were struck with extraordinary care, showcasing sharp details, mirror-like fields, and frosted designs that gleamed far beyond regular circulation coins. Such coins remain tucked away in velvet-lined cases, preserved by enthusiasts who recognize their future value. However, the real intrigue comes from a handful of error coins reported to have been struck during that year. In rare cases, slight variations in the die alignment or pressure resulted in off-center strikes, double strikes, or even misplated blanks. These minting quirks are incredibly rare but are like gold dust to collectors, imperfections that transform an everyday coin into a treasure worth thousands, or even millions. While not all 2002 2-pence coins carry these anomalies, the legend of these error coins added mystique to the year's mintage. Over the years, collectors began to recognize the importance of the 2002 2-pence coin as part of both British history and royal celebration memorabilia. Some of these coins, especially those in pristine uncirculated or proof condition, started appearing at auctions, where fierce bidding wars erupted among passionate numismatists. The combination of historical significance, the limited collector's editions, and the buzz about era coins gradually pushed their value upward. The design of the coin itself is a story worth telling. The reverse side's Prince of Wales feathers emblem was engraved by Christopher Ironside, a legendary designer whose work left a lasting mark on British decimal coins. The emblem's intricate feathers, gracefully curving lines of the coronet, and the delicate inscription, 2 pence, reflect the craftsmanship of an era when coins were not just currency but miniature works of art. Each time you look closely at the coin, you can admire the fine details that many people in everyday life simply overlook. For collectors, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from poor, for heavily worn pieces, to mint state, for those in perfect, untouched condition. A 2002 2-pence in regular circulation typically holds little beyond its face value. But when found in mint state, free from scratches, with luster intact, it commands significantly higher prices. Proof coins, struck with polished dies and handled with utmost care, are the crown jewels of any 2-pence collection. Another fascinating aspect is how the 2-pence coin serves as a time capsule of British society. Each coin minted in 2002 carries not only the image of a monarch who had already ruled for half a century but also the echoes of a nation celebrating continuity and tradition amid the rapid changes of the 21st century. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of the Golden Jubilee festivities themselves, a tangible link to a moment when the United Kingdom paused to honor its Queen. As the years passed, the pool of well-preserved 2002 2-pence coins became smaller. Many circulated pieces grew worn or were lost in drawers and charity jars, while collectors guarded their pristine specimens closely. Rarity grew naturally over time, increasing demand among those determined to complete their decimal 2-pence collections or acquire a piece of Golden Jubilee history. Stories began to circulate about astonishing auction prices achieved by certain rare specimens of the 2002 2-pence. Some featured unique minting errors that set them apart, while others came from special proof sets that had remained untouched for decades. The numismatic market is often driven by such stories. Once word spreads of an extraordinary sale, collectors and investors alike flock to search for similar pieces, further driving up demand. The cultural and historical weight of the coin only added fuel to its rising value. It represents not only British currency but also the tale of a nation's monarchic milestone. For many collectors, owning a 2002 Elizabeth II 2-pence is like holding a fragment of royal history, a testament to the year the Queen's 50-year reign was celebrated worldwide. Imagine, then, finding one of these coins in your old change jar or tucked away in a forgotten wallet. Most people might not give it a second glance, unaware that this small piece of copper-plated steel could be the key to a fortune. Stories abound of individuals discovering these coins and being shocked by their worth once they learned of their significance. All these factors, its historical context, the artistry of its design, the limited collector's editions, the rare minting errors, and the enduring appeal of royal memorabilia, have converged to make the 2002 Elizabeth II 2-pence one of the most talked about modern British coins in numismatic circles. Collectors scour coin fairs, online marketplaces, and estate sales hoping to stumble upon one of these gems. At ultra-rare coins history, we often emphasize the importance of looking closely at your everyday coins because history sometimes hides in the most ordinary places. The 2002 2-pence proves this point spectacularly. From a modest coin worth merely 2 pence at the time of issue, it has soared in value, capturing the imagination of collectors around the globe. Top 3. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence of 1999. At first glance, this small copper-plated steel coin might seem like an ordinary piece of change that once jingled in millions of pockets, but beneath its modest exterior lies a captivating story of history, artistry, scarcity, and value beyond imagination. To understand the significance of the 1999 2-pence, we must first travel back in time to the roots of the decimal coinage system in Britain. The transition to decimal currency in 1971 was a monumental moment for the United Kingdom, replacing the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence with a simpler decimal structure that aligned more closely with international standards. Among the coins introduced during decimalization was the 2-pence piece, which originally captured the spirit of modernization while still honoring the nation's traditions. For decades, the reverse design of the 2-pence featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, a majestic plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This heraldic emblem represented a strong connection to the monarchy, a sense of heritage, and a tribute to centuries-old symbolism tied to British royalty. When the 1999 issue came into circulation, the design retained this familiar emblem, making the coin instantly recognizable to anyone accustomed to UK change. The obverse of the coin, of course, displayed the iconic effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, whose reign has become synonymous with an era of stability, progress, and continuity. In 1999, the portrait used on the coin was created by the talented sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This fourth definitive portrait of the Queen portrayed her with a mature dignity and realistic features, departing from earlier more idealized depictions. Rank Broadley's design highlighted the Queen's humanity as well as her enduring grace and was widely appreciated by the public and collectors alike. Although most 2-pence coins minted in the late 1990s were considered routine, the 1999 issue carries unique appeal for several reasons. One of these lies in its historical timing. The late 1990s marked a transitional phase for British coinage as the Royal Mint was preparing for the turn of the millennium and experimenting with various production changes. This was also a time when advances in coin minting technology allowed for improved precision, but occasional minting errors or limited production runs added intrigue to certain issues. Another aspect that makes the 1999 2-pence stand out is the material change that had begun earlier in the decade. Originally minted in bronze, the coin's composition shifted in 1992 to copper-plated steel due to rising metal prices. While this change applied to standard circulation pieces, the coexistence of both bronze and steel varieties in circulation during the transition years led to fascinating collector interest. By 1999, most 2-pence coins were copper-plated steel, yet reports of rare transitional pieces and experimental strikes have added to the mystique surrounding certain specimens from this period. In the world of numismatics, even the smallest difference, be it a slight misalignment of the die, an unexpected metal composition, or an unusual strike, can transform an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. The 1999 2-pence exemplifies this principle. Some examples from that year are believed to have been produced in limited numbers for special sets, or may exhibit minute differences that have fueled passionate hunts among collectors. This is why diligent coin enthusiasts often scrutinize these coins under magnification, searching for any anomalies that might unlock significant value. The story of the 1999 2-pence also reflects the cultural and economic context of the United Kingdom at the time. The late 1990s were years of optimism, technological advancement, and preparation for a new millennium. The coin itself became part of everyday life, found in wallets, coin jars, shop tills, and vending machines. Yet, while millions passed it by without a second thought, a handful of these coins would go on to become treasures worth far more than their humble face value. For collectors, rarity and condition are paramount. A 2-pence coin from 1999 that has survived in uncirculated or near-perfect condition can command attention from serious numismatists and investors alike. Over the years, as ordinary coins endured the wear and tear of circulation, pristine examples became increasingly scarce. Those encapsulated in protective holders or preserved as part of special royal mint sets have proven particularly desirable, often fetching astonishing prices at auctions. The artistry behind the coin further enhances its allure. The detailing of the feathers in the Prince of Wales badge, the sharpness of the motto's lettering, and the finely rendered portrait of Queen Elizabeth II demonstrate the craftsmanship and precision for which the Royal Mint is renowned. Collectors prize coins that showcase these features crisply, free from blemishes or weak strikes, as they embody the full aesthetic and historical value of the piece. Numismatic experts also highlight the 1999 2p as a milestone in the broader narrative of the UK's coinage because it bridges the traditional heraldic designs with the modern redesigns introduced later in 2008. This transitional significance adds a historical depth that appeals to those who see coins not merely as currency but as miniature time capsules chronicling a nation's story. Over the years, the mystique of the 1999 2p has only grown. Stories have circulated of lucky individuals discovering valuable specimens in their change or at the back of an old drawer, leading to media attention and renewed public interest in coin collecting. Such stories inspire many to inspect their own loose change in hopes of uncovering a hidden fortune. The coin's journey from mint to marketplace is a testament to how everyday objects can transform into icons of heritage and wealth. It also illustrates how numismatics can serve as a bridge between history and modern-day investment opportunities. While most 2p coins from 1999 remain common and hold only their face value, a select few, due to their rarity, condition, or unusual traits, have transcended their humble origins to become coveted artifacts worth a fortune. For the dedicated collector, acquiring such a specimen represents more than a financial investment. It is an opportunity to own a tangible piece of British history, a keepsake that connects past generations to the present. This emotional connection adds yet another layer to the appeal, making the 1999 2p a cherished prize for anyone passionate about coins. As we reflect on the fascinating legacy of this coin, we also recognize the role of meticulous research and authentication. Collectors often rely on professional grading services to verify the authenticity and grade of their coins, as even the slightest variation in quality can influence value dramatically. A coin graded in mint state condition with sharp details and lustrous surfaces will always command a premium compared to one that shows signs of wear. The global demand for rare UK coins has expanded considerably in recent decades, thanks to online marketplaces and international auctions. This surge of interest has brought British coinage, including the 1999 2p, into the spotlight among collectors worldwide. As a result, competition for high-quality specimens has intensified, further driving up their market value and cementing their place in the pantheon of rare coins. Today, the allure of the 1999 2p is not merely about its historical and artistic merits. It also symbolizes the thrill of discovery. Each coin carries a potential story, whether of a minting anomaly, a near-perfect strike, or an unexpected survival in pristine condition despite decades of circulation. This sense of mystery keeps collectors intrigued and continues to fuel the coin's legendary status. And now, the moment many of you have been waiting for, the astonishing value that has transformed this humble coin into a numismatic marvel. While most 1999 2p coins remain worth only 2p, there are rare and exceptional examples that have been appraised and traded at extraordinary prices due to their rarity, condition, and historical importance. The most remarkable of these extraordinary specimens has been valued as high as $24 million. So, if you happen to have a jar of old UK coins tucked away in your home, it may be worth taking a closer look. You never know what rare gem might be sitting there, waiting to reveal its incredible worth. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p of 1999. We hope this journey has inspired you to see coins not merely as currency but as pieces of art, history, and occasionally, unimaginable value. This has been Ultra Rare Coins History, bringing you the stories behind the coins that have shaped our past and continue to astonish us today. Stay tuned for more tales of extraordinary coins and the secrets they hold.